decks to break Library of Ruina wide open. As we know, Library of Ruina is a hard game where the difficulty is vertical and the game is next to impossible.
You serious?
Yes, I'm just flabbergasted by this, truth be told, and the reason why I'm making this is because the Discord server, I'm sick and tired of seeing the chats. I decided to put all the decks you need to get through the game as quickly and efficiently as possible. I don't care what floor you're using, I don't care what you're doing, as long as you're using these decks and know how to clash, you can pretty much win the game, no problem. Let's start off where all good stories start, at the beginning. Canard, Urban Myth, and Urban Legends, you'll be using 2 decks and 2 decks only. The first one being this one. Use whatever key page. This is key page. Use whatever key page you get. Include 2 wallops, 2 dirty blows, 2 overpower, 3 commandeering. Just spam the hell out of commandeering and you win. Now, when you get Mars as Streetlight Office, I don't know why it keeps going all the way back up there, but when you get Mars at Streetlight Office, our deck's going to change a little bit. Because he has speed, you'll put in 2 appetites, 2 cooking preps, 2 overpowereds, and 3 commandeering. Same thing still, spam commandeering, win, and the most important thing,
now men, group up and hit it till it dies!
Because we want everyone to die. After that, you'll hit Urban Legend. Same thing, you'll take Mars, you'll take everyone else, go through whole Zwive, and you're just going to do the same thing. Same thing to them, just group up and hit until it dies. The only difference is we're going to go right first. So we're going to go Bowler Office. We'll get Olga, Mika, and Rain. And we get new decks to make from it. So the Olga deck, very simple to do. I'm going to switch over to Library and Info because she's going to be the main carry for a little while. 3 Loosen Ups, 3 Gambles, 3 Daring Decisions. I know Loosen Up is in the next reception, so really put whatever 0 cost you want here. And you're just spamming Daring Decision and Gamble. You're going Proc Margin, get 1 additional life and draw a page, get 1 additional strength. Hey, good deal. And she has base speed as well, so that's really good. Outside of that, you'll also be using Walter. Walter is a little different though. You'll be using 3 Daring Decisions, 3 Stay Calms, 2 Gambles, and 1 Loosen Ups. This can be replaced with a 3rd Gamble. All you're doing, spamming Daring Decisions. You're never playing Stay Calm, always playing Gamble. This is going to be your draw engine. Everything else is for that. Librarian Info. This is what all you need. Really not a whole lot to do. After that, go back to invitations. Stray Dogs. Finish up anything weird. Finish up all your abnormality pages. Then we'll move on to the next one. So this one's going to be a little unique. So we're going to start off with Full Stop Office. And we're going to get rid of these guys, aka Mr. Guns are overpowered. Sort of. Early on in your career, you don't want to use these guys too much. They teach really bad habits. I'm not going to advocate for this. I recommend making 4 of these pages. Take Tamaki, attribute speed, and whatever 1 cost you want. I'm using stuff we're getting later on. But 3 CQC, 3 take the shots, 3 indiscriminate shots. All we're doing is just abusing snipe, plus 3 power for the first scene only. You're going to have 4 of these guys. 2 of them are going to shoot 1 guy. 2 of them are going to shoot another guy. The rest you don't care about. That'll be cleanup duty. But you're trying to get numbers advantage immediately and then just kill everyone from there. The amount of times I have seen people mess this up is ridiculous. So if you're failing a reception, you somehow died from using Olga and Walter, you're going to switch over to these guys, quickly clean up the floor, then you're good to go. AKA never main these. Now with our new gun squad, we're just going to be abusing Walter and Olga. We're going to go to Kurikomo clan. And we're going to get Xiao. Basically the main carry for this whole run. Well, not for the whole run. For Urban Plague, we're going to come here and make sure we get 3 copies of her. She has 3 copies. I don't care about Yang or Jin. Xiao's the star of this show. Xiao, 3 Flash of Sun Ups. This could also be replaced with 3 rules of the back streets. Starting out, 2 cleanups, 3 sharpened blade, and 3 costs of whatever you want. You're going to just be running 3 copies of these. And you're always going to be putting electric shock on her and solidarity. So where we're getting these 2, because we don't have any of these yet. So once you finish Kurikomo clan, we're going to go over a Dawn office. All 3 of these guys have Flash of Sun up. So if I go in here, Flash of Sun up, you just beat them, win the reception. In the Discord server as well, this one has been a little bit of a trouble. I have no clue why. When you do this reception, focus down Philippe first. He'll run away at low HP. And then you kill Salvador. No, you kill Yuna first, because you want to stop her from getting Lone Fixer. Then you kill Salvador. You do it in that order, GG. Reception's done with. Also, you only have 1 floor available, so bring 3 Seiyos with you, and you should win. You'll be able to outclash them. After that, you'll be going to over here. This is General Receptions. And what you're going to do is put in anything with Urban Plague in here. So 1 book will give you Ruined Chains. I don't have them here because I don't care for them. 2 books will give you Workshop Fixture. These guys have Solidarity. Go in here, beat them up quickly. They'll give you good Pierce pages as well. Take them and always attribute them. 3 pages and a Fuda group. Just defeat them. We're not going to be using them at all. They're going to be attribute fodder. After that, defeat the Musicians of Bremen. They have Meow Meow, Improv Drumming, and Oink Oink. All 3 of these are great passives to have. Not so much the key pages themselves, but they're great to attribute. Cheap, very easy to use. Put them onto your gun squad. The other main one is Gay's Office. Alec has Buzz Buzz. You're going to be attributing this a lot for your gun squad as well. Very good passive. Outside of that, you're pretty much going to be cleaning it up from here. The only other key page you really gotta notice is Oscar's. Oscar will be your Pierce Specialist. So 3 mend weapons, 3 sparking spears, 3 collisions, eco, draw, eco. You shouldn't be having trouble with this page. Just use your spam sparking spear for your draw, mend weapon for some light recovery, collision for some more light recovery. You should not go from this. Passives, Solidarity, Electric Shock. After that, you'll hit Urban Nightmare. And during this time, Queen of Hatred and Knight of Despair will become available for Tippereth, aka don't do them just yet. Don't bother with Tiff. Just skip, wait until Urban Nightmare's over, then come back to them. You don't need Urban Nightmare to go on to your next key pages. Just screw anything Tippereth plus, aside from some character stuff. Just ignore all 5 of these. Just focus on the bottom 4. That's all you care about. From here, Urban Nightmare, you're going to take 3 Seiyos, and Oscar, you're going to go into Puppets. Puppets, it's going to be a long reception, but they're all weak to slash. It'll be easy enough to do. Also, they don't start at full light, so this isn't a problem. After that, you'll go to 8 O'Clock Circus. Defeat these guys, and now you'll have access to Emma. So Emma is going to use 3 Puppet Blockades, 1 Gigigi, 2 Creaks, 1 Replenish Fresh, 3 Forceful Gestures, and you're going to use the Puppets, Puppet Skeleton, and the Health Haulers. We'll be getting Health Haulers a little bit later on, but all you're doing, just spamming Forceful Gesture, spamming Repressed Flesh first, and then you'll be using your Light Recovery. Then you'll just keep doing that all the time. And the great thing about Forceful Gesture, 1 Feeble, 1 Disarm, 1 Bind, makes them slower, makes them weaker, makes them a lot easier to take down. You're going to be making 3 of these, start of the show right here. After that will be General Receptions. So Urban Nightmare, throw 1 page in here. Defeat these goobers, you're going to get 1 good combat page from them, which will be Metal Tapped. Outside of that, they're pretty much garbage. 2 of them will give you Kim. Fight Kim. Kim is mainly here for the key page. We want that key page because it's really strong with Swordplay of the Homeland. +2 dice power, Singular Strike, Unrelenting, Speed. Pretty much a Seiyo on steroids. Boom, Seiyo on steroids. 2 Draw of the Swords, 3 Flash of Sunup, 3 Sharpened Blades, however you spell it, the 7 association symbol. Passive. After that, you're going to go to Eugen's. You're pretty much doing this for the key pages, not so much for their combat pages. Going through here, just clean them up quickly. Then Sweepers. Kill them quickly. then you're going to go to Index Proxies. Index Proxies will unlock Singleton. Doesn't matter too much. And then you'll go to Smiling Faces. And from there, we're going to unlock multiple decks. And all this, we're just using Emma and Oscar. That's all we're doing. So for Eugen. Wait, this isn't Eugen. Why are you trying to fool us here? Well, I'm going to say this. Eugen is kind of useless. It's much better to just attribute her passive, Kizuna Extreme Fatigue, put Battle Ready on her, and skim the prescript. And put on 3 Wrath of Torments. This is what we're trying to draw here. Why? Because we don't need this person. This guy is just here to fuel the next pages. Who are the real star of the shows are Valentine and Tenma to a lesser degree. So if you're doing this before Smiling Faces, pop a blockade, draw the sword, Gigi, execute to wear the prescript points, extract fuel, repress flesh, forceful gesture, and will the prescript. You got draw, you got your light recovery, you got 2 good clashing pages. Then you'll have remembrance. Main reason why we want people to die is so we can gain 2 strength. Kizuna procs will activate, so this person will have 3 strength and 1 endurance, which is enough to solo pretty much everything in a long fight. Which, that's what realizations are, so. We also include Mind Hauler and Health Hauler, just for some simple recovery. And also for any realization as well, each time you finish an abnormality, you get 10 HP and 10 stagger recovery. So, this is one of the 2. If you decide to defeat Smiling Faces, you can include Smoke as well. Execute, Loss of Senses, Deep Drag, and Will. These 3 down here, your draw. This one's a little bit hard to get off, because you need a Deep Drag first, and then Loss of Senses to get your draw 2. But in return, inflict 2 paralysis and 1 feeble. You're basically neutering the enemy. You want that. You want the enemies to be throwing pillows at you. Whole point of this. While Smoke, for you, you'll be amplifying your damage and you'll get additional power. Win-win. Passives, Remembrance, Sudithok, Puffy Broom to stop the smoke from damaging yourself, and Keeping in Stride. You'll be using these for Malkuth, Yesod, and Netsack. The only exception being Hod. Hod is a little different because everyone starts at full HP. So you'll be taking one of these guys. So for Hod, you'll be taking Emmas. You'll be taking 3 Emmas, Kim, and someone else. I don't care, whoever. And you're just going to run this as a normal floor. But speaking of Emma, once you can also make them a smoke user. Loosen Up, Puppet Blockade, Gigi, Deep Drag, Loss of Senses. Going to try and Deep Drag first, then Loss of Senses to the enemy on the next turn. Get your draw 3, and then you're just going to take them to Pound Town from here. More damage, HP, recovery, same issue. Once you finish the realization, you'll go to Warp Corp, defeat them, then Crying Children, not Smiling Faces, what am I saying? Just take a realized floor and just beat them up. And then from there, you pretty much do all your realizations for these 4, defeat KETER, you're good to go for Star of the City. Now, Star of the City, this is where things get a little weird. The most important thing about Star of the City is getting a good start. Right now, just breaking in is the hardest point, and then from there, it's going to be... So, out of these 4, I recommend going to the far right first, and we're going to be doing this whole row right here. We're not going to care about anything else over here until later. We're going to care about this row right here. This will get you the strongest quickest. So, Kane Office, bring whoever you want from the previous section, beat them up. These guys are rather easy. They don't have anything of value. But what they do bring to the table is general receptions. What we're going to want to do is put in one of their books over here. Grade 1 Fixer Dong Wan. And we're using him as a blunt 4. Not very unique, I know, but whatever. But same thing as the Emma strategy. We're just trying to cycle through quickly. Try and use all of our combat pages and just will them down quickly. Passives, we go up to 10 now. Just increase your power, that's all that matters. And get Health Hauler, and he's pretty much good to go. You'll do 2. You'll be fighting Alan. Alan is your next big one to get. He's a Pierce Specialist. Yeah. We're going to be getting this one in the next reception, so place wherever you want here. And Energy Cycle. All we're just using him for is just get as much Pierce power up and Electric Shock. Overall, if you want to take out Prod the weakness for Stiletto, go right ahead. I don't care. And after that, this comes this is a little interesting. We're going to R-Corp. R-Corp is a pain in the butt. All we're doing in R-Corp, all we're doing here is try and get as far as possible. You don't need to get too far, but we're going to just try and defeat one of the reindeer teams. That's all we need. One person from the reindeer. If you can defeat all three, even better. You don't have to come back and refight all these 3 guys again. Get the key page. And Star of the City is a little weird. You have 2 general receptions. So this one is 1 row. The second row is from R-Corp upwards. So from here, I can go to general, put in 1 book of R-Corp, so reindeer team. We get Irina, 2 books will give Yay, and 3 books will be Bayard. All 3 of these guys we want. All 3 of them come with speed 3, and each one is a little different. So let's go up to Irina. Irina is a little weird. We're just using him standard blunt page user. All we're using it for. The reason why we're doing that is, and here are the passives, doesn't really matter too much. But the main reason why we're using it, insurance. Untransferable at the end of the scene. If the character has 30% or less HP, add a copy of life insurance to hand. Life insurance is a 4-cost mass attack. I forget the exact cost for it, but it's an individual on hit, inflict 2 feeble and 2 disarm this turn. So if you're losing a reception, using this 1 mass attack will get you back into it. Really nice, it's really strong. You don't play into your discard synergy at all, so just take it if you're running into trouble. Yay, pretty much the star of the show. You're going to be seeing a lot more smoke pages coming up now. And he brings Puppet Blockade, Smoke Blow. Smoke Blow is really strong. I recommend spamming it. Deep Drag, simple to use, loss of senses. Exhale Smoke. Exhale Smoke gets him up to 10 smoke immediately. It's really strong. Inflicts a lot of paralysis. Just basically spam this page as soon as possible. Passives, offensive position, Sooty Thack, Smoke Addiction. You can do more with him. You can make it up to 10 if you want, but this is really all he needs. You can include Fervor if you want as well. But. And then finally, Bayard. Bayard, more smoke user. Just, that's all you really need. And Puppet Skeleton, keeping in stride, and Solidarity. Throw in Solidarity if you want. Again, just a really good clasher. Same thing, we're just using smoke. Again, I'm not playing into his gimmick. There's no reason to play into his gimmick. Take these guys. They're all easy fights. Just go back and go back to R-Corp. Smack them around a little bit. For R-Corp though, getting started is the hardest part. So, main reason is Mind Whip. Deal 4 stagger damage to self. On hit, spend 3 charge to deal 8 stagger damage. Yeah, most people run into problems with this. 2 things you can use. 1, bring people that are endured blunt. So you have Irina and Bayard. Both of these are endured. The other part is you're going to have to start spamming your block dice. Block dice will reduce your stagger damage and physical damage. Use that. If you see a Mind Whip coming, use block dice. Just use block dice. Don't bother trying to win the clash. Just tank it and then punch him back really hard. And that's all you're doing. Same strategy. Group up, get rid of all the small guys, then kill the big guy. After Reindeer Corp, the rest of them are rather easy. Maximum is a little annoying because if he gets up to 20 charge, he takes longer to kill, but whatever. Rhino's not too important. Then Rabbits, just your standard range users, Mew, and Nikolai. Nikolai is the best key page in the game. I know some people are going to say otherwise, but she's the best support key page in the game. And we're going to abuse the hell out of her. Every team needs to have Nikolai on her. Because she has the best passive being the commander. If the character has 11 or more charge at the start of the scene, give 1 strength and endurance to all allies. You can get this on turn 2. So we're going to take advantage of this. Just deal more damage. Mainly stagger damage. This is a lot of damage. Combined with smoke, you're basically one-shotting people. So for our build, Puffy Broom, Internal Combustion Engine. We don't have this right now, but you'll be getting this later on. Put it on here. If not, just put on Puffy Broom. Battle ready, draw 2 more pages. Skim prescript, draw 1 more page. And maximum crash. If the character has 20 or more charge, deal 50% more damage and receive 30% less stagger damage. That's pretty strong. For the build, 3 Graze the Grass, 1 Inhale Smoke so we can deal more damage. 1 Draw, I don't care what you use. I'm using Shoving Stab. You can leap. You have to do a couple more steps for it. I prefer not to. 3 Concentration, and her signature page Disposal. Right now we don't have Disposal. We're getting that in the next reception. You can replace that with Battle Command. Also good. But the whole strategy we're doing is going around Disposal. What we're going to do on turn 1, Concentration, Graze the Grass. Since we draw 7 pages, we're always going to get this. You'll have a Concentration and Graze always in hand. So play those 2 pages first, then everyone gets a 1 dice buff. That's strong. Concentration again and Graze the Grass. Boom. Congratulations, you have 20 charge. Maximum Crash is now online. And with it, Disposal is online as well. And this page is bonkers and broken. So it's single use, which is somewhat of a lie, but it's a single use page for now. Only usable at 20 plus charge. So we need to get to 20 charge. So you see where this is going. Upon defeating an enemy with this page, add a copy of Disposal to hand and lower its cost by 1. If target's HP is at 50% or lower, deal twice as much damage. First dice. On Clash win, destroy all of your opponent's dice. That's going to happen more than on Clash lose. Second page, if target has mark, increase damage and stagger damage by the natural roll. So what this is saying is deal a lot of damage and insta-kill. Whoever's target, it's insta-kill basically. So get them to 50% HP and pop Inhale Smoke before you attack them. Then you'll pop Disposal on your final die. That way you're getting a 45% damage increase. You're probably running a Smoke team as well. Additional 45% more damage. So we're at 90%. Mark, if they're marked, 50% more damage. Maximum Crash, 100% more damage. And this deals twice as much damage if they're lower than 50% HP, and more if they have the mark. That is basically an insta-kill on any mob enemy. I don't care what it is, they're dying to this. Just spam this constantly. I know we don't have too much page draw in here, but if she's running out of light, or things to do, you're going to have your ego pages. She will be spamming any ego page you want from her after that. Like I said, you're finishing these receptions so fast, you're not going to care about what... By the time you get to that point, the reception's pretty much over. But as soon as you finish that, you're going to go R Corp 1. And this is where it's a bit tougher, but same thing as R Corp 1. Just get a good start with here, then you'll be good to go. Gun Squad, we're upgrading them finally. So Rabbit Soldiers, they'll be making 4 of these guys. 4 take the shots, 4 feints, 1 steel knuckle. That's an inclusion a little bit later on, but 3 concentrated fires. Pretty much your new deck. Blind Fire, Snipe, and whatever 1-cost passives you want. I prefer Buzz Buzz and Meow Meow. You can use Oink Oink, pretty much anything you would need. This line is done. There, it's all done with. Now we can go on to the other part. If you enjoy Singleton, come to Thumb first. Defeat these guys. If you don't like the rabbits, I know some people do, some people don't. It's a mixed bag. You can use Thumb. Do the same strategy, it's a little bit different, but 3 take the shots, 3 feints, 1 shock rounds, 1 steel knuckles, 1 focus fire. The thing the Thumb has over the rabbits is feint will generate them additional ammo, so they'll get more actions than them. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. You also have shock rounds and focus fire, pretty much better combat pages, so personally I would go with Thumb, but you can do rabbits. It's whatever floats your boat. Once you finish with Thumb, you'll have Callow as well. 3 reloads, 2 class and respects, 3 shock rounds, 1 focus fire. Passives, bomb deal, stacking the deck. Gotta make sure we're drawing. Additional supplies. Best choice because we're discarding a lot. And empowered first shot. Just spamming shock rounds every single turn. Get rid of, make some ammo, spam shock rounds. And then we're just keep doing that for the remainder of the reception. After that, we'll go to the index. And here we got a massive upgrade as well, because each one of these guys has the next part of the puzzle for Singleton. Multi-slash. Unused, draw 1 page. If Singleton, restore 2 life as well. Pretty much not included in every single Singleton deck. We're always taking this. So from there, proxies, just multi-slash, will the prescript. You only need S for, I don't really care too much about the other proxies. Throw in Singleton, whatever it has. Hey, put in more Pierce. Pierce. Really doesn't matter, just put in generic strength boost. You get the picture. Do whatever you want, just make sure it has 3 draw, 4 light recovery. You're good from there. After that, we're going to go to Liu. We're going to clear out Liu 1 and Liu 2. These guys have Fervor on them. Really good passive. If you don't know what to put, always put Fervor. Go through here. Cecil and May are going to be 2 big important characters, and Lowell as well. But the other part is, at this point as well, Snow Queen will be opened up. I use Lowell for this as well. Alternative deck for him, just for that 1 reception. 3 puppet blockades, 1 Gigi, 3 high kick, 1 repressed flash, deep drag. The Snow Queen is weak to blunt. We're just going to spam this all the time. She has a lot of range attacks, so that's why we're including high kick to destroy the range attacks. Puppet Skeleton to increase blunt damage, singular strike, electric shock, and unstable charge. All this just to make the fight a whole lot easier. Once you get to emotion level 3 for him, he's going to get his 3rd speed die, then you can start freeing your allies. And after that, the reception becomes easy. Just keep spamming blunt dice, make sure Lowell goes on Roland, and then you're pretty much good to go. And finally, we have Cecil. You're going to be making 3 of these people. This one will be very specific for 1 reception that we'll be doing very shortly. 2 frontal assaults, 2 ferocious guard, 2 deep drags, 2 loss of senses, and 1 Tai Shenyan goal, or main reason, endured slash. That is really all the reason why we're using her. She comes with speed, firm as a great mountain, additional HP is nice, and fervor. We're going to attribute remain vigilant in peace, grit, remembrance, and an additional 2 cost page. You can really use whatever you want. Probably another Buno. But the whole reason we're doing this is to make 1 fight later on very easy. So for Dongwon, you're going to take 3 observes, 1 collision, 1 automated movement, 1 repressed flesh, and 3 forceful gestures. Again, for that 1 reception, we're going to take, you can either put in Firm as a Great Mountain, or you can put in Health Haulers. I recommend Health Haulers. Grit, stop more damage. Puppet Skeleton, I put Puppet Skeleton. I recommend High Speed Acrobatics from Emma when you're done using them. And Keeping in Stride, just for more healing. The reason why we're doing this is we're going to rush the Red Mist now. So beat up Argalia. Don't bring guns to this fight. Just bring your squad of speed 4 people and just destroy them. Then the Red Mist boss fight. This fight is annoying. It's going to be a 4-man fight. The only exception is KETER has 5 people available. So what you're going to do is attribute 1 General Librarian with a Eugen page, 3 Cecils here, and Roland with the Dongwon. You're going to go into this fight, abnormality pages. You're going to sacrifice 1. This will get you lies. Lies will make Roland's page very strong. Then after that, you can take Curiosity, or you can take Scars. I recommend Scars or Urging. Those 2 are better. Everyone is just going to will down the Red Mist. Red Mist is getting willed down. That's all you're doing. You'll pick up Learning, Sword of Frost, and you'll use Blizzard. Roland Dongwon's going to be the star of the show. Everyone else is just going to be spamming Deep Drag, Loss of Senses. We're just making the Red Mist as weak as possible. I keep saying Purple Tear, but it's Red Mist. You just want Red Mist to be as super weak, and then you profit from there. If she starts targeting you one-sided attacks, you're going to spam your guard. Just try and absorb as much damage as possible, prevent her from getting 8 damage, then you're good to go. Then for her mass attack, Greater Split Horizontal, you're not going to beat it. Nobody's going to beat it. So this is why everyone is slash endured. You're able to tank one Great Slash Horizontal. And as long as you survive it, no one staggers, you're good to go. Rest of the reception is easy. You'll just be spamming everything else and you'll be fine. If you do happen to lose, use Binah's floor next. Binah will has 3 librarians available. Rabbits, take 4 rabbits, 3 rabbits with sufficient ammo, blind fire snipe. Put them on Binah's floor. Binah and the 3 rabbits will clean up from there. No problem. Speaking of Binah, yeah, you can't mess with her deck. But what you can do is throw on some passives. There'll be a video up in the top right in case you want to understand her a bit more. But always play in times like these and Empower First Shot. You can use Unstable Charge or Easygoing Rebreather. Choice is up to you. 3 Spears, 3 Upstanding Slashes, probably 1 or 2 Focused Spirits and a Non-Rush, and probably a Steel Knuckles. From there, it'll be whatever passives I decide to throw up. Probably Muse Prowess, probably additional Strength. Then you're pretty much good to go. You're pretty much ready to destroy the rest of the game. But for the realization, Inhale Smoke, 3 Upstandings, 3 Spears, 2 Focused Spirits. Focused Spirits is a bit more for consistency. Remembrance, Lone Fixer, Puffy Broom, Internal Combustion Engine. And we're going to throw Eugen's page on here. For Kazuna, Extreme Fatigue. We need this for a certain part of the fight. For the very start of the fight. I'll be showing this fight a little bit later. For you, it'll probably be jump cutted, but we're going to try and get through this. Other pages I'm going to be using for this. Don't have to do exactly what I did, but it just helps out. But anywho, before we do Red Mist, let's go Purple Tear. We got Iori, or Lori. I call her Lori. Basically, lock and load, boys. Bring your gun squad in and just shoot her up. She's going to teleport at... She has a passive called Teleportation. Dimension Walker. When HP drops to 350, forcefully end the act and move to another floor. But let her destroy the floor. You don't care about that. Then when she's done with that floor, you jump her back to whatever floor you were using the gun squads and you shoot her up again. That will usually kill her. And after that, just jump her to whatever else other floor you need to defeat her. So just only have 2 floors ready for her. The rest should be easy from there. Here she is. So, we have 4 decks to play with. Slash, Serpentine Sword Technique, Snake Slits, 2 Eliminates, 1 Violet Blade. This is your execute build. I use it as execute. This is when I'm finishing off a fight. That's all it is for. One of the 2 main pages you'll be using is Pierce. 1 Frontal, 1 Graze, 1 Guidance, 1 Multi-Slash, 1 Gale Kick, 1 Somber, 1 Venomous Fangs, Will, Laceration. Laceration is OP. If you're not doing Singleton, just spam this 3 times. But this will be your primary page to use, or it'll be your blunt page. 2 Puppet Blockades, 2 Smoke Blows, 1 Repressed Flesh, 1 Deep Drag. You can replace this for 3 Loss of Senses. I chose 2. And 1 Duel. Again, if you don't like 3 Loss of Senses or don't want the Deep Drag, throw in another copy of Duel. Perfectly okay. Guard, we're not using Guard. This will be a later on in the game. But 3 Ominous Powers, 1 Ferocious, 1 Seize Your Chance, Serpentine, Beyond. You'll be only using this stance for a couple of fights. Right now, though, we're not caring. Passives. Puffy Broom. Muse Prowess. And I have Skim Prescript here as a 1 cost. You can use whatever you want. The other part will be the strongest. But at the moment it's on Gebura. So what you will have to do is unattribute all this. Unequip everything. And then disable this as well. Get this off Gebura. Then put it onto purple tier. And then from there, pretty much she has +5 strength at the start of the reception for the infinity speed die, and you're pretty much going to town from there. I am going to bring this up now because I know people are going to say, oh, you put it onto Yisad's floor. You're just going to take Repetitive Pattern Condition, Request, and Chain Wrath. Chain Wrath being the major one. 1 power gains 1 to 3 power, speed is fixed to 1. The speed fixed to 1 is the real reason why we're using this. Is because, whoops, wrong page. Because how the strongest works is, where is it? Choose a speed die with the lowest value. The speed value of this die changes to the maximum possible value. Essentially, if all your dice are 1, she gains 4 infinity speed dice. So, congratulations. You gain +5 power. Which is bonkers. It'll break the game wide open. And it gets even worse because you'll use clean. +3 more power. So congratulations, you have 8 power. If you use blunt stance, 1 to 3 more power. So you have an 11 power person just running around and killing everything. And if a reception goes on long enough, Dark Flame. Getting 2 to 4 more strength as well. There's, outside of a couple of enemies, no one can survive this. Absolutely no one. Only problem is, you have no HP. If you mess up, you mess up hard. Which is why I kind of don't recommend using Yisaad, but the strategy exists. I know it's going to be brought up. Personally, I just use any other floor, truth be told. Use floor with survivability, just try and get as much healing as possible. Because healing is not sexy, but it keeps you alive. And the longer you're alive, the more DPS you can fix out. But that's all you need. But from here, you can take on Yan, no problem. Yan is just going to be somewhat of a push over with your purple tier. Bring Nikolai with you, and 3 other good key pages. Bam. Fight's easy. Game over. If you are doing this fight though, biggest tip I can tell you, focus down one of the hands first. Yan's going to have Power Null on him as well. So he's going to have Attack, Protect, and Vigil. He'll play this all 3 turns. Depending on where the Vigil goes, you don't have to redirect it. Protect. If it's on the hand, you just target the hand you don't care about. And Attack, you always redirect. You always redirect this no matter what. I don't care if you... I personally recommend not using your Myongest person on it, because it's much better to use one of your ads for it. The hands will be using 2 attacks. Biggest thing I can tell you, they'll be put away. They'll be immobilized at 30 HP. So if you focus down one of them, they'll be immobilized. Fight will be a whole lot easier. And then from there, you're just cleaning up. After the Yan, pretty much the world is your oyster. I recommend, after that, you're just going to finish up from here. You're going to Liu, and you're going to go to Xiao. Now, Xiao is the hardest boss in the game. The video I got the most views on, and the most infuriating comments, or people I can tell you that did not watch the video, did not listen. So, I'm not going to tell you to solo it. There'll be a video description if you do want to solo it, but I'm going to say screw that. And here's the funny part. Use purple tier, use purple tier. You're going to use your blunt stance. So we're going to use some things the same. Nikolai should always be your next inclusion. And then three good pages. Oh yeah, one more thing. I did not include Yan because Yan sucks. Yan, you don't need to beat the game. If you want to use Yan, go right ahead. And then you put on your 3 good speed pages here. Reason why we're using Yisaad. And you might be thinking, oh, we're going to use Myongest. Myongest, people don't know how to use it half the time. They're going to get power nulled on the odd turns, so when you start the fight, power nulled. Second turn, you won't be power nulled. Third turn, power nulled. That's how the fight works. But Xiao has 600 stagger resistance, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. 550, whatever, I'm close. We're trying to get her stagger resistance down to 0 as quickly as possible. She'll have reverse scales on her, which is a 5-5. But basically clash lose, takes 70 stagger damage, gain 4 buffs. You're going to clash with that on the even turns. Not the odd turns, you're going to clash on that on the even turns. Once that is done, she will be low on stagger. And you might be confused as to why I'm saying this. She'll be low on stagger. On turn 1, hopefully you get lucky. You're going to open the turn with Regret. Now, Regret deals a lot of stagger damage onto Xiao. You're going to be putting this on your slowest person. The person that is moving last on the battlefield. Whoever is 1 or 2, the guy is moving last. You're putting this on him. You're going to clear out the counter dice. Send Regret in. Bam. She'll be down to 200 stagger resistance. And from there, it's just cleanup duty. Don't get staggered. Second turn, proc reverse scales. Give her the power buff. Her stagger's going to be close to probably about 100. Then turn 3 or 4, you're going to kill her. And for her as well, I recommend bringing smoke users. Ye's a big inclusion on this. Smoke kills Xiao very quickly. Nikolai kills her very quickly. She's going to be marked. You're just going to be cleaning up shop on her. And after that, fight's over. Bam. New Keypage is available. So this one's a little bit different. Xiao, you have her 3 mass attacks as well. 3 mass attacks. She's very line intensive. To get around this, 3 Graze the Grass, 2 energy conversions, repressed flesh and loss of senses. You're running a smoke build. Other people will provide smoke for you. You can get your draw from them. And Raging Storm Love, just softening up the fight a little bit. You're going to pop this as soon as turn 2 starts. You're always going to be playing this card no matter what. Reason why? As soon as you mass attack at the start of the fight, less dice to deal with, you're cleaning up afterwards. But all this is just light inclusion up here. Passives, passive later on. We're getting this later, a little bit later. Offensive position. Xiao has 9 Children of the Dragon. This is a 3-part passive. I know it says this is untransferable and all that, but the first passive, the first time you get it, she reduces all negative status ailments she receives by half. With offensive position, so instead of taking 3 fragile, you take 1 fragile. And you gain 1 strength for it, so that's really good. At emotion level 3, she gains 1 additional dice power. On top of that, she gains fervor. So, congratulations, all your offensive dice gain 2 power. That is huge. And personally, I would just put on 2 haulers. Just put on 2 haulers, Xiao's done. All you're doing, just getting to emotion level 4. Then once you get to emotion level 4, spam your mass attacks. Start spamming energy conversion, 1 Grace to Grass. You'll be spending 9 light a turn. You'll be back up to 9 light a turn. Just perfection. Just perfection. Always spam it. Then finish off your rest of your abnormality fights. Then you're going on to Impuritas. I'll show you how to do the Red Mist fight. Tippereth fight, not too hard. Tippereth realization isn't hard. Just for the final scene, please read everything. Same thing for Cheseds. Final scene, please read everything. Gebura, you have a rough start. Binah and Hakma, just skip those. You don't need to bother with them yet. So we're going to finish off with the final reception here. Being Hannah Association, which is basically another moot fight. Your passive attributes are enhanced to 12. You're good to go. Make sure you have Yawn, Xiao, and Purple Tear. Make sure you have those pages remaining. And then you're getting 2 good people from here, Harold and Marianne. And after the 3rd fight, you're getting Olivier as well. So I just say get all 3 of these done immediately. And let's jump to them now. Anywho, Marianne. Basically your strength enhancer for the team. 3 ominous power, 3 brace up, 3 augury kick. Just spam augury kick, spam brace up. Once you hit emotion level 5, spam ominous power. That's really all you need to do. She's just going to be providing strength to everyone for a Hannah for all. Hey, works out well. Best choice, bomb deal, liquefied flesh, and puppet skeleton acceleration. That'll get you through the fight, no problem. After all, strength wins everything. Then we have Harold. Just very simple page. Frontal assault, unlock, forward, multi, singleton, one size fits all. Lock potential, fervor, haulers. Really, you can do whatever you want with the 4 points. I just put it into survivability. And finally, Olivier. Frontal assault, race up, 2 clones, rapid gashes. All you're doing is just spamming rapid gashes for the rest of the fight. Bomb deal, more page draw, fervor, mind hauler. This should be a health hauler, truth be told, and then you can do whatever else with the points. Also, if you guys want to, you can include true trigram formation, gain additional bonuses from using them. It's on turn use, so on use, the main 2 are the bomb 2, Gam and Re. You store 1 light and draw 3 pages. Hey, that's just good economy. Use it if you want. I'm not using it for this build. But the reason why we're using these guys is for these 2 realizations are hell. Well, not Hakma's too much, but Binah's is more of the hell one. So you're just going to include Olivier, Harold, Marianne, and actually no, screw Mary. Yeah, screw Marianne, Xiao, and Purple Tear. You're going to take these guys through Binah's territory and just destroy everything. You'll have a good time. Just bring a little bit more light recovery than normal, then you're good to go. And after that, that's pretty much everything. Finish up all your abnormality fights. Then you can do the blue reverberation. You'll get a little warning, blah blah blah. There's only 2 key pages that are, actually no, 3 key pages that are important. I'm going to show this now. I'm going to have to go through the whole deck profiles again for each floor, but oh well. Starting off with the first fight, you should always fight Eileen. And when you defeat her, 3 guidance of gears, 2 smoke blows, 2 loss of senses, 3 ever spinning gear wheels. And she's just great with smoke because a masterful smoker. Anything with smoke on it, gain +1 power. Just throw on 4 trigrams and some haulers, or really whatever you want to fill out the 12. Hey, good to go. She's just going to replace one of your smoke users. The other one is Philippe. Philippe, hey, guess what? Singleton. You love Singleton, right? Right. And we have a little bit of a burn package with him. I include a little bit of Chi Wen, because why not? All you're doing, just spamming Rekindled Strike, lower a random copy of Blazing Strike. This will check your deck as well, so you can get Blazing Strike down to 0. Just a nice fun combo to do. Passives, same thing, just increase your blunt power, or just increase power in general, include Fervor. Doesn't really matter too much. And once you finish the whole ensemble, oh right, I forgot, Black Silence. You get Black Silence as well. You're not going to be using him all that much. You're just using him in a duel. Your final person will be Argalia. Argalia is a little weird. So, he's pretty much build your own deck. And you have to play with his mechanic a little bit, called Resonance. So, you're going to be using him for a couple. You can use him for a couple of fights. I personally don't recommend it, but here it goes. 3 Largos, draw a page, unused, restore 1 light. Basically, worst Singleton page. Good job. Have some fun, 4 light recovery in case you mess up. A Largo, draw 2. Manage your reverberation. Resonating Scythe. Just a good clasher. Tempusta. Danza. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh well. You're going to be controlling your resonance to 4 or 6 or 7. Basically, you want to try and keep it in the 4 or 5 range. That's pretty much the best way to keep it. 4 or 5 is the sweet spot. Main reason why is when you're using a melee combat page, if the difference between this character speed and the target's reverberation is 1 or less, all dice on the page gain 2 power. So, ASSYIAH has a speed range of 4 to 6. So you want to try and keep it at 5 as much as possible. So that way he keeps proccing the secondary effects on Largo and Allegro multiple times. Since Danza helps out a little bit, 5 is a sweet spot. You can go up to 7 on reverberation. If you want to do a little bit of messing around, go for it. Personally, I say don't bother with it. Okay, time to start the Blue Ensemble. So how the Blue Ensemble works, it's broken up into 3 sections. Each section, you can use whatever page you want. Afterwards, the floor will be locked. You cannot use that page again until you finish the section. So you need to finish all 4 of these guys before you can reuse them for the next tier, then the one after that, and the one after that. So you only need like a couple of decks for this. So we're going to start off with ASSYIAH. This is going to be your first floor no matter what. And we're doing a solo build. Yay! And we're just spamming Rapid Gashes. Clone, just clone the Rapid Gashes. Frontal Assault in case you need Light Restore. Sturdy Defense in case you need Stagger Recovery. That's literally the whole thing. Attributions, Lone Fixer, Muse Prowess, Hook, and the Strongest. Basically spam Myongest, win the fight. Abnormalities will be down on the lower screen. You're going to be taking all 5 of these guys. These 4 Chuckleheads are going to protect ASSYIAH. Then just die horribly. Then ASSYIAH will clean up and win the fight. Not too hard to do. There'll be a video in the top right hand corner in case you do need help with it. It's the same strategy. Then after that, going to Philippe. So we're going to be using Xiao. Philippe loves his fire. This is the safest way of doing it. 3 single point stabs, 3 fiery dragon slashes, 2 vapors, 1 ever spinning gear wheel. This is the reward from Eileen. Basically makes the fight a whole lot faster. Passives, Lone Fixer, Remembrance, Puffy Broom, Immediate Repairs in case to help you not get staggered, and Battle Ready. And we're going to be bringing one other person with us who has Eugen's Extreme Fatigue. We're only going to bring him. Philippe has a tendency to only target the lowest HP person, so he'll target him. Malkuth gets her buffs. She's not going to do anything turn 1. Turn 2, just start heating him up and you'll win the fight. Abnormalities will be down there. Again, not too over fight. You'll be facing Greta and you're just going to spam bleed. So, purple tier, you'll be using this Pierce page setup. Single point stab, 2 brace ups, Venomous Fangs, lacerations. Make sure you have 5 lacerations because all of them are doing pretty much the same thing. Passives, Battle Ready, just for purple tier. Deep Wound, Wedge, Piercer, Double Kick is for something else. Allen, same exact thing, though include Electric Shock. Whole purpose, it's just a spam laceration. If you have time, use other things. These guys do have Dagger Press, so at the start of the fight, you do have some speed control, just so you redirect. But overall, the fight is just spam laceration, get Greta to lose her resilience, win the fight, GG. I have done this. This makes the fight a joke. Then finally, Netzach. Not really a fight. Kill the ads, move on. Pretty much use the same stuff as Nikolai. This one should have Xiao in here as well. Pretty much the same build you've been using. Just have fun with it. Xiao, Callow. Really, this can be whatever you want, truth be told. All you do is just clean the ads up, win the fight. You can include 4 points here. I don't really care what. Probably haulers would be best. Rudolph is really nice here in case you get in trouble. I didn't include attributes just put some attributes on him, then you're good to go. Then after that, finish your first tier of stuff. Now we're going on to the second tier. This is pretty much the same thing as HOD. I'm just showing this off right now, because these guys are both weak to Pierce. Just focus these two guys down, then kill Oswald with Bleed. Easy fight. One little different thing. We need you, you know. Stagger target. Target is stupefied next scene. He'll steal that target. So to counteract it, we're dealing with it. This is one of the worst key pages possible. Rhino team, all defensive dice, you just don't target him when he gets stolen. Doesn't matter what you need, just when you see Stupefy, make sure this guy is on Oswald, and let him take it. Pretty much same stuff as Greta, same exact build, truth be told. You can just transfer it over, no problem. And you'll be good to go. Up next we have Gebura. Very easy fight. 3 upstanding, 3 spear, 3 focus spirit, Muse prowess, mind hauler, health hauler, lone fixer. You're just going to send her in solo. You're not going to need the rest of her people. And you're just going 1v1 Tanya very quickly. Which should be a very easy fight. The only thing you need to look out for is Lupane Assault. Just don't clash with this at all. And when she uses Beatdown. Beatdown is a bit of a meme for this fight for her, because she is endured to blunt damage, so this is already cut in half, and you use Focus Spirit to tank it. That's all you do. Then that'll deal like 4 + 5, 9 damage. Easy to take. Don't bother with anything else, you just win the fight. Just clash, win, GG. After Gebura, we have Chesed. Pretty much just take Netsack team and bring it over here. That's all you really need. I did this for this. It's really whatever you want to do for this fight. It's another Mook battle fight, same as Bremen. One thing you gotta be careful for. I'm going to show this now, because people are going to forget this. So this fight is a little bit of a joke. Every turn he's going to apply puppet strings. You want to kill this puppet first, this puppet second, this puppet third. GG, you win the fight. That's all you need. The less puppets he has, the weaker he is. That's all you need to do. Binah, another joke fight. Literally just take Chesed. Hell, even put Firing Squad on here. I really don't care what you do. Just, this fight is a joke. Like, as you can tell right now, I'm just putting in whatever I want and you'll win. Harold, Allen, Xiao. You can throw Xiao in if you want. Really, whatever you want. Easy fight, just... all you need to do is just kill off Vermilion Cross. Make sure Elena does not get circulation. Just switch targets on that. Focused on Vermilion. Win the fight. Save Graded Pillar for Righteous Rampage's Strike. GG, you can do whatever you want afterwards. And finally, Hakma. Hakma, we're just trolling. We're just going to use Purple Tear. Purple Tear solo again. Ominous Power. 1 Brace Up, 2 Serpentines, 3 Beyonds. This is where the double kick does come in though. Because the only contract we want Hakma to take is Contract of Swiftness. He doesn't want anything else. If he gets Contract of Might, whatever. But he just only wants Contract of Swiftness because that'll be put permanently into hand. Then you'll just block Cheese with Lean Blade Wings. You'll kill Pluto beforehand. This immune is just a joke. Everyone else will just be unequipped with the basic Librarian page then. Hey, you'll be in guard stance all day and having fun. Finally, you have KETER. This will be a one-on-one fight with Argalia. Again, can't do a whole lot here. Just attach Lone Fixer, you pretty much win. I put through Mind Hauler, Deep Wound, and Razor Strike to speed up the fight. If you want, use Myongest. Doesn't really matter to me. But that's the ensemble, rather easy to do. After that, you'll be stuck immediately into Black Silence. Black Silence, do whatever you want. Should be an easy act. If you somehow mess up on the final phase of the fight, good luck. Because Gun Squad will not work. Don't use Gun Squad, please. In between here, you'll be realizing, as long as you don't pick the troll option, you'll be doing the KETER realization. You're not going to have Roland for this, but what you will have will be Angela. She's a very strong librarian. Use all 9 mass attacks, win the game. Okay, so final squad for the KETER realization. Purple Tear. Slash page will be your execute page. Pierce, general use. Well, I'm going to put up the old version of the Pierce page. Use that. Blunt. Guard. Doesn't really matter, truth be told. You'll mostly be in Pierce stance for this. Kill them quickly. Move on. And then when you're about to finish them off, you'll switch to slash stance. Win the fight. GG. Nikolai. Same stuff as always. She's pretty much the finisher of a fight. Olivier. I'm doing the Rapid Gashes version. If you want a more standard version, you can also use Herald. Just put Herald's version onto Olivier. Wham bam, ready to go. This one is focused on the Rapid Gashes though. So we're going all in. He's pretty much going to win everything. Then your 5th option here is a little bit flexible. But whatever you do, make sure you bring puppet strings. Because you'll have Angela for the reception. If she dies, you lose the reception. You have to restart from the beginning of the abnormality. So it'll go Bloodbath, Heart, Pinocchio, Snow Queen, then Silent Girl. If you fail one, you just go back to the start of that abnormality. So if I fail Pinocchio, if you somehow fail it, shame on you, you'll just go back to the start of Pinocchio. You're not going to go all the way back. But if Angela dies, that's also a lose condition. This way you get 1 additional tournament. So you can do some crazy stuff with it. It will not stop Fervent Beats, so if you think you can game the system a little bit, it will not work. Just put Fervent Beats onto Purple Tear. After all, she's abusing Myongest. She's going to be the finisher of all fights. Might as well take advantage of it. If you don't want to use Herald, use the previous Xiao build. Like this spot back here is just flexible. You can use Herald. You can use Marianne. Or you can use Xiao. Ye is also another good option as well. Just use the same Ye build. Because Smoke is OP. Please nerf. And from there, you're pretty much golden. After that... After that, it'll be Reverb Ensemble Distorted. Just make 5 floors. Make 1 floor your gun floor. And yeah, you'll just start at the beginning. For advice though, kill the musicians of Bremen first. Because first off, he gives a lot of buffs. But on death 1, upon death, all enemies, being your guys, gain 3 strength, endurance, and haste next scene. So you want to kill this guy turn 1. He doesn't have too much stagger, so it's going to be a quick kill. From here, you just focus fire down Philippe, then Elena, then Greta. That's how you do the first stage of the fight. Second stage of the fight, you'll have Tanya, Oswald, and J1. Focus down J1 first, then Tanya, then Oswald, and Oswald's going to spawn ads. The ads will die off eventually, so you don't have to worry about them too much. Just get Tanya down. She's going to be a pain in the ass otherwise. And finally, Elena, Pluto, and Argalia. Focus down Pluto first. Pluto will summon a Shade, but if you kill Pluto first, the Shade also dies, so Pluto, primary target, get rid of him as soon as possible. Then Argalia, he has an HP cap here. So he cannot die until every other ensemble member dies. So all you're going to do is get him down to his HP cap, kill Elena, then kill Argalia. Otherwise, he'll be spamming a mass attack every single turn. Again, not worth it. So, but that's the final battle in it. You also have the uninvited guest. They do not have 1 HP. Just fight the battle. Have fun. That's pretty much it. And after that, you have Beaten, Library of Ruina. Hey, that's the whole game. I don't think it's hard. Just stick with simple decks. You'll have a good time. If you need help with additional fights, that's the remainder of the video. The end is right there. Hopefully you enjoy the story now. You're not going to be overstressed by it. And hope you have a wonderful day. I'm Fox's Holo signing out. I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.